Hello, it's Carla here. I'm here today to talk to you about your Makarlu product and how to use it. What you'll find is that when you get your product, you'll get them like this, either as a pair or singly. What you'll find is that there are different components that can be used individually or together. Your starting point is the timber dome. Now you can use this dome, you just click it off like that, and you can use the dome like this to support your hands or wrists, but we also use it for a number of our other exercises, and we will show you how to use that. You flip that over and you can then use this dome like a rocker, but also as a slider for your feet and your hands for certain exercises. You can also do this exercises on the domes, on the rocker, and you can work like that, or with your hands like this or your feet on here, and it can work in multiple planes like individual rocker boards for each hand and foot. The next part is we just click this off. Remember, it's magnetic, so this means that you will be able to use this on a fridge or a filing cabinet when you want to do things upright. The next is that you have a look in here. You will see that there are little hooks or bigger spaces, and that's where you put your fingers in to take the domes out. And you'll see that there is one bigger dome, a middle dome, and a smaller dome. Each of these domes can be used individually or in conjunction with each other. If you want to make this heavier when you stand on it or use it for certain pressure exercises, you can just add the middle dome in. You can make it even heavier by adding the little dome. Every exercise could be graded this way depending on your need. Thank you and enjoy. Today we're going to look at some exercises to actually help release the neck and the shoulders and to help you breathe better. Now this exercise is partly aimed at helping you calm down your parasympathetic nervous system. So when you're a bit stressed, you can get sick and a little bit run down. So this is an important exercise to try and do on a daily basis when you've got some quiet time. I'm not quite sure what that is, but quiet time. Our first is we're going to take the inside parts of the Makarlu. Mary's going to roll over, and what you're going to do is put them either side of your spine. The technical place is the transverse process of your spine, but really it's just either side of the big bony bit. And we put it around the anatomical landmark known as the bra clip. She's going to roll back down, and just leave that there. Now this could be a bit strong, but breathe through it. Hands up in the air, Mary. Now our starting point is that we're going to just take her arms out, back and forward, and take about 5 to 6 seconds to take your arms back and forward. When you first start doing this, do it with no weight at all. You'll do 3 repetitions of your arms going out to the side, and then you'll do 3 repetitions of your arms coming up, roll the palms away from you and over your head. And we'll do 3 of that. Then I'll show you where you go next, and this time I'll show you how you might add a weight and slowly progress that. How's that feeling?
It's good.
Now you can take your arms down, and we're going to roll back up, and we just move it up just a little bit so that we're getting it around the next level of vertebra. Now you just lie back down. To make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to put your hand on there and there. Now I like using the disc because it will make you work on the intrinsic muscles of your hands. So you're going to take your arms out, and the other thing, it's just sitting there doing nothing at this stage. And do. How's that feel?
Okay.
2 and 3. Don't forget to smile. And then what we do is just take our hands over the head. Bend the elbows just a little bit, please, Mary. Thank you. And up and down. And then one final one, remembering to take about 5 to 10 seconds for each stage. Then Mary, just roll over again. Thank you. And we'll move it up just a little bit. Oh, you can play castanets there. And roll back down. Now what we will do, if you have a chance, we can just add one weight. And I've got 2 in here, so we'll just take one out and there. And you can slowly add weight by adding each little dome. Nice. Thank you. What I also do, I sometimes put little pebbles in there, so I've got a little sound. It sounds kind of calming, but it means I can also grade the weight. It just means I don't have to have too many things out and about, because I don't know about you. But if I have to get out all the toys, it's another excuse not to do my homework. One more. You're not smiling. You've got to sell it and roll back down. Okay, now you can take it up higher if you want, if you've got more room. So Mary, you can lie back down and you can just take these off and put your hands down beside you. Okay. Hopefully after that, she's starting to breathe a little bit more and your rib cage will feel a bit lighter. The next, you take those inner domes and you put them on your fingers or in your palms, wherever feels most comfortable. What you do is you just I'm going to show you what to do here. I'm going to put it along Mary's skull, so around here, just where the hairline is. And you just sort of roll the skull round. Now you should be able to do this yourself, and Mary seems to be having a lovely time here, so let's ruin it and make her do the work now. So you just put them in your hands and you just go from side to side. Let your head relax and done. How's that feel?
It's really good.
Oh, that's nice. You say the nicest things. So the next thing, so Mary's now breathing a little bit better. Her rib cage and spine are feeling more relaxed. Our next thing is we're going to work on her facial sinuses. And we're going to take the middle dome, the one that looks like a little seed pod. And we're going to place the point on several trigger points. Now you'll say to me, well, why do I need to do my sinuses? Well, first of all, we all feel awful when our sinuses are blocked. But you can see I'm doing second point. Also though, what can happen is when our upper cervical spine is, or in other words, the top part of our neck, is feeling a little bit out of whack, there's a referral pain to our sinuses. So I've just done here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've just worked on her frontal sinus. Now I'm on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Nice. So you'll see 1, 2 right into the cheek and 1 up here in the nasal sinus. Then I'm going to go here, here, here. So then that's 7, 8, 9. And then we're just going into a 10th spot. Oh, now it's not nice if you get too sleepy. Don't start snoring, okay? So what I like you to do is probably do this either 3 to 5 times on each part of your face. So we'll do all on one side first. Yeah. She's sort of purring a bit over here if you can't see. And there. And this is also a very nice exercise to look at doing when you've been on long plane trips. You get off the plane, your neck's all a bit out, your sinuses, and I know most of you will probably be travelling business class, but even if you are in business class, darling, it's still uncomfortable. It's not like living in your own bed. So, just one more time on this side. There. And there. And there. Good. Nice. How's that feel?
It's really good.
Take a breath in. Okay, and we'll take a breath on the other side.
It's clear.
So it's definitely clear. Honestly, if you're seeing her face here, she really was 52 when she started us doing this. Now she looks much younger. And we'll just do one more there. So again, doing the frontal sinuses. And now we're just doing along here, along the nasal sinus. So 3 spots along following the cheekbone. And then we're going to follow the mandible or the jawline along. And then we'll just go underneath the jaw, just into that little palate. Yeah, good. And we'll just do 2 more times on this side. Again, this is really nice sort of stuff to do, even if you just want to do this exercise as a way of calming yourself down. I know also when you're a little bit stressed and your neck's a bit out, sometimes too you do that jaw grinding. There's all fancy words for it, but we just know teeth grinding. And that's a really nice way to actually keep your jaw relaxed as well. Good. Take a deep breath in. And now what we're going to do is just let Mary just take a moment to find her focus. And she's going to take now the base, the timber dome base, and the one just near her hand, and she's going to slip it underneath her sacrum, just over that way. Yep. And what she's going to do is she's just put it under the sacrum, and you'll have to find where feels comfortable for you. And what she's going to do is just rock her pelvis back and forward. And I'd like you to do this about 6 or 7 times. Each time allowing your sacrum a chance to just rock and release. Remember that when your sacrum isn't sitting right, your whole spine compensates right up to your neck. And this is one of the reasons why you might have to start at the sacrum to be able to release the neck. Now, I've done this in a very specific order, but if you feel you need to start here, take this exercise to the beginning of the class next time you do this. Okay? Is that feeling okay?
That's good.
So then I'm going to take the other dome and again just putting the fabric side underneath her head, slip it underneath. And now, Mary, you're going to drop the chin towards the pelvis. So the two come together, and then she's going to extend out. And together, that's it, and out. Again, about 6 to 10 times. This is a nice one to do in the evening after you've been sitting down a lot. Good. So Mary, once you've done that, take a deep breath in. And now we're going to change the exercise slightly. I'm going to take this out for a sec so that she just gets it right in the pelvis. She's going to drop one side down, and I'm just going to move over here to give you an idea. So she's going to drop one hip down, and the dome will help her rock. This leg will come up, then she's going to drop this leg in and slide this sort of leg out and up. Nice. Yeah, give me some of that Brazilian sachet, okay? Just nice. Just back and forth, so we get a little bit of that happening first. Feel okay?
That's good.
And now, what I'm going to do is slip the dome underneath the skull. Again, she needs to wiggle a little bit to make sure that this feels right for her. What she's going to, just drop. Turn your head that way. Yes. And then this hip goes down and your head goes the other way. So, slip. If your hair is soft and silky, it could be a problem, so you might need a towel. That's okay. Oh, it is a bit too soft and silky. Okay, that's right. And just a few more like that. Gaze upon my beauty. Come on. That's it. And back. A couple more. And back. Okay, now stop. Slip that out from underneath your hair. Nice. And we'll slip this out. Lift your tush. Out it comes. And down. Oh, nice. How's that feel?
Feels much better.
So after this, if you want, you could do just a little strength exercise if you want. Just take your feet out just a smidge and just do a pelvic curl, Mary, just to allow the spine to work up and down. Nice. And down. So I'd just do that maybe 4 or 5 times as well. You don't have to do the pelvic curl, but it's kind of nice to add a little bit of strength exercise now and again once you've done all of this release work. Good. No, you're enjoying that, aren't you? We're not paid to have fun, okay? So our next little exercise is we're going to try and work on releasing Mary's shoulders. Now, you should be doing this at home as well. And what I like to do is I take the timber base, and we'll do it on both sides, but I'm going to put the little dome without the inside. And I'm just going to click it onto the magnet. Now you may find that you need to go higher. So you can put the bigger dome there, or you might want to make it so even heavier, so have the inside. That's what we call about grading, and so you need to test where your tolerance is. So Mary, I'm going to lift your shoulder up. You're going to drop your shoulder down. How's that feel?
It's okay.
So this is where we start to use the base as a slider, okay? So Mary, what you're going to do is slowly take your arm up and move your head to the side. You really want her to focus on getting a stretch through the pec, okay? And smiling slowly there. If you can try and make this happen to about a 5 to 6 seconds, okay? Now, if you want to make it just a little bit more special for the face and jaw, we're just going to open your mouth. Oh, that's all you've got. Yeah, that's it. As you move your head to the side, keep your mouth open and then close the mouth. Good. And back. And you should get a little bit of stretch along here, okay? Good. And one more time. Good. And I'm going to slip this out and put your shoulder down. Oh my goodness. You can see that your shoulders drop down quite a bit. That's nice. Would you like me to do the other side?
Yes.
Okay. So what you're going to do is I might just slip that under there. Yep. And put your hand on the little slider. Now you don't need to use the timber base as a slider, but I find it makes it smoother. It means you don't get stuck. And we really want to keep those muscular fibres sliding as easily as possible and down. And back. And try and make the timing of the head turning and the arm turning the same. Okay? Now this time, you get to open your mouth to the camera. Open your mouth. And back. Again, remember you're trying to get that nice stretch across there. Final one. And I'm just going to slip that out. Oh, very nice, Mary. You'll be able to wear much better diamonds tomorrow. Now, our next little exercise we're going to try and do is just do a final balancing out of her rib cage and her glute muscles. Now, this will help your shoulders. Again, I'm just taking out the middle dome, so you've just got the one big outside dome. Because I'm kind, it may be too much if I keep all of them in. But for some people, you might find it easier to do this next exercise just with the middle dome. So Mary, can you just roll your shoulders there? And the only reason why I'm using black and pink is just so you can see it easier. So I've got this underneath this rib cage. Then she's going to lift the opposite glute, drop it down. That's it. How's that feel?
That's good.
So you're going to take this arm up in the air, just this arm, up to the ceiling. Good. And you're going to take this arm down and around. Good. And back. Nice. Now we're going to do two things at once. Arm out, leg out to the side. Very nice, Mary. How's that feel?
Feels good.
It's kind of nice, doesn't it? And what this does is help release the rib cage so that your shoulder blade can move a little bit better. But it also helps you release through that cranial sacral line. Thank you and enjoy.